Welcome to episode 1 of Beginner's Guide to Speedrunning. We are going to be looking at Super Mario World Bowser Cape Kill. I'm going to go ahead and do the Cape Kill first, and then I'm going to break it down and explain exactly what I've done here. Don't mind the music, it's out of sync because I'm using a practice ROM. It'll be in sync soon enough. So we got phase 1, phase 1 hit 1, phase 1 hit 2. So yes, remember, keep in mind, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I will be referring to these little scenery blocks as numbers throughout the tutorial to best explain what exactly it is I'm doing. So we're just gonna leave that little guy there for now. What you got for me, Bowser? Come on, bro. Give me the cannonballs. That's what we're talking about. That's phase 2. A really successful phase 2. Just kick this little guy around. Pay no attention to my timers at the top. They're actually out of sync with the rest of the fight. So first hit. And second hit. And that's Cape Kill in a nutshell. Boop. Look, there's Peach. Woohoo! GG's, everyone. GG's. Practice ROM, we don't get credits. Alright, so that was a successful Cape Kill. So for those of you who roughly know what you're doing, know what the Cape Kill is, and you're just looking for some quick and easy timings, you can just watch that. But for everyone else who's looking to learn, well, here we go. Oh, wrong button. Ah, there we go. So let's go ahead and get back to Bowser here. It didn't save my my state because I beat Bowser. So let's go ahead and we'll just make our way back to, and then we'll save state. Alright, here we go. Bowser. Record state here. So for phase 1, how did I do phase 1? Phase 1 is simple enough. So whenever so Bowser's propeller for his little clown car, that's a really good indicator because it's not so big, it's easy to see, etc., etc. He's going to swoop towards us twice. So once forward, once back, twice forward. When his propeller passes block number 3, we're going to start our run, and we're going to fly from block number 5. So here we go for Bowser. Passing block number 3 once, twice, and then fly from block number 5. Just let go of Y, tap left slightly to make sure to try to position yourself above the clown car, and just land on a Koopa. That's it. We want to crush this Koopa. Now, second hit. Second hit, the time, you don't have as much time to waste. Now the tutorial on the wiki has you doing some very convoluted stuff. Crush them, smoosh the Mecha Koopa, throw it off to the side, run into position, run this way, fly that. No, that is nothing but an aneurysm. I'm sorry, it's bad strat, and I don't know why people do it. Nothing against people who do it, but it is a terrible, terrible strat, and the timing for it is redonkulous. So instead, what we're going to do, when Bowser passes the 4th block number 4, we're going to start our run up and jump from block number 2. This is actually the exact same strat that we use for hit number 1, but from the right side instead of the left side. So we crush the Mecha Koopa with a spin jump instead of trying to heave it off into the distance and hope for the best. And then Bowser passes right there, and we just jump from block number 2. That's it. That's all you do. Just wait, and he'll come down. So let's look at that again. So passes block number 3 twice, jump from block number 5. 1, 2. Fly from block number 5. Let go of Y, just hold B. Crush. Passes block number 4. Jump from block number 2. Crush. That's it. So, 3, 5, 4, 2. We're going to keep this Koopa. Let's go ahead and save state right here. Oh no! I loaded state. Alright, well, I guess we'll watch it again. So, 3, 5, 4, 2. 3, 5. Position, smoosh. Crush. 4, 2. You don't have to hit any direction when you jump for the second hit because he's so far to the side. Alright, let's save there. We want to keep this guy because he's going to be important. What we're going to do next is cannonball skip. Essentially what we're going to try to be doing is hitting Bowser as he goes to release an extra cannonball. And it skips the entire animation of him dropping one and then it rolling off the screen, and saves a lot of time. This is the hardest part of the cape kill that most people find. So first we're going to take this Mecha Koopa and we're going to line him up on block number 3. Mainly because it gives us a good distance, because the Mecha Koopa, we're going to let him come back to life. We don't want to hold on to him. There's no point in it. But if we line him up on block number 3, he'll get back to us right as we need him. You'll see what I mean in a second. So just grab him, kind of just kick his butt, and leave him there at block number 3. We want to keep Bowser all the way over here. His little dude's pop-up timer lines up perfectly with Bowser's cannonball. Now Bowser's about to drop a cannonball on me. I've got my Mecha Koopa freshly crushed, so I don't have to worry about him popping up on me during the hit. We want to wait until Bowser's cannonball appears on screen. Right as it appears on screen, we're going to grab this little guy, we're going to run, and we're going to take flight from block number 5. Now when we do, right as we jump, we want to just tap left ever so briefly. Keep holding Y, keep holding B, but tap left ever so briefly. This will turn Mario around, but it'll keep him floating to the right. This is important because we want Mario to be facing left. So, cannonball. So what we do there, since Mario is facing to the left, it keeps him from dropping the Mecha Koopa off the right side of the screen by accident. Bowser's positioned below us, like directly below Mario, and since we're facing left, the Mecha Koopa would be positioned right above Bowser's head. We want to wait until Bowser is right below us. Right when he stops is when you want to hit him. So I would say right as he's passing by block number 5, just let go of Y. Don't press any directions. Just let go of Y. Keep holding B. Because we want to float down past him as I'm doing right here, but we want to drop the Mecha Koopa. If you're holding any direction whatsoever, Mario will kick that Mecha Koopa into the distance and it'll wreck the whole thing. But because we hit Bowser there, he's not going to drop a second cannonball. And that gives us a chance to line up for the second hit. Just like that. So, what we do there, because we hit Bowser right as he stops, that's the beginning of his cannonball animation. He stops for a moment, then he goes in, flips upside down, drops the cannonball, comes back up. We're getting him as he stops before he goes in, because when he goes in, his hitbox goes with him. But because of so, what it does is it skips the entire animation. And then, after we do that, we float back down. We want to run all the way back to the left-hand side of the screen and wait for Bowser to catch up with us. As soon as he's as far left as he's going to get, just start to run up to the right, fly from the 5th block, and just float back down. Let's see, this one. So let's go ahead and watch that phase 2 again. So, want to kick this little guy around so he doesn't come up on us. Because if he pops up while we're holding, he will hurt us. But if you just kick him in his butt a little bit, it keeps him from popping back up. So Bowser, he goes about halfway off screen when he's as far left as he's going to get. So we just boop, grab our little dude, fly, right when he's below us, let go. Wait for him to get all the way far to the left, fly from block number 5 again, and boom. That's it. Let's go ahead and save our state there. Now phase 3 is technically the easiest phase, as long as you time the first hit correctly. First hit is very simple to time. We just get right under him. As soon as he's fully popped out of his clown car, we just throw. That's it. As soon as you hear the wow and he's fully out of his clown car into position, just throw. His clown car and him don't have a hitbox until after the wow, and then his hitbox becomes active with a Mecha Koopa right in the middle of his hitbox. What this does is it actually skips the bouncing cycles. He bounces a lot. So here, we'll reload that. I'll show you what happens if you don't hit him, to give you an idea of why this hit is important. Obviously, we'll want to hit him right away. But how much time does it save? That's the question. So let's just throw that little guy off. Now, how many times do you bounce, Bowser? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then he comes up in the middle and throws out at us. That's a lot of bounces. I'm sorry. That's just a lot of bounces. We're not here for all that. So, hitting him with the first Mecha Koopa interrupts that cycle that he's supposed to start, and he only gets about 3 to 4 bounces in instead, so it shortens that cycle by half. Wow! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he only bounces 5 times instead of 8, so that saves us 3 extra bounces. It also guarantees that he will be right there when he throws his Mecha Koopas. So what do? During the, right after the first hit, that's the word I'm looking for, we just run all the way to the left. He'll bounce 1, 2, 3. He will not hit you if you're in the far corner here. It is guaranteed he will not hit you as long as you're standing as far to the left as you can. Once he bounces for the third bounce, we want to take flight from block number 5. So we wait. One, 2, 3. Take flight from block number 5. As soon as Mario goes off screen, just hold left. That's all you do. Just hold jump and left. It lines you up perfectly to land on his Mecha Koopas. He will always be in the same position as long as you do the first hit the same way every time. The time from when he gets hit to the time from when he throws the Mecha Koopas is always the same. So as long as you hit him at the same time, the first time, he'll always be in the same position every time. Now, let's say, what happens if you hit him late? Hitting him in general skips 3 bounces. But if you don't hit him right where he spawned, so let's say we do like this. Okay, that wasn't a good example. Bad habit, sorry. We'll save our state right about. We'll save our state right here. So what happens if we hit late? See, he comes down. 3, 4, 5. But now since we hit him when he was lower on the screen, he's going to spawn lower on the screen. That's no good for us. Now when you kill Bowser, he has to be at a certain height on the screen in order to release Peach. So if we kill him at the top of the screen, he doesn't have anywhere to go. He can just flip over and let her go. But if we hit late, we could fly up. Hitting late isn't necessarily bad, but now we have to wait for him to float up before he spits Peach out. So we always want to hit him early as possible. And if you hit him during the wow, you're guaranteed to hit him every time. And then second hit is always the same. Hold left as soon as you're off screen, he'll spit her out. Alright, so let's go ahead and put it all back into play. Now that we are... Whee! Now that we know what we're doing. Ah! That was a little slow, alright. Alright, so first phase, 3-5, 4-2. 3-5, 4-2. So pass by. 3, 5. Whee! Tap left. Crush. 4, 2. Whee! Boop! Keep a Mecha Koopa. We always need the Mecha Koopas in order to shorten the cycles during the other phases. So 3, 5, 4, 2. We'll just leave this little dude right here. Always give him a tap in the butt right as the Bowser wow happens, because then it lines up his walk right with us. Fly up. Let go when Bowser stops. Wait for him. Fly up. Don't do that. That right there, that is a habit that I have. Don't do that. When you're crushing a Mecha Koopa that Bowser throws out, do not hold Y. Do not press Y, because you will pick it up directly from under you. I have a bad habit of doing that because I get fidgety. Some people don't. I do. And by the way, these tutorials are going to be done just in real time. I don't do extra takes, so there might be bloopers along the way. Yeah, it happens. Yeah, I'm not perfect. No one's perfect. So, but it's fun. It's fun. Boop. So 3, 5, 4, 2. Kick this little guy around. If you kick him around, it keeps him from popping up on you. Line him up with brick number 3. Just come over here, do your thing. As long as you're standing as far left as you can get, that's all that matters. Stomp. Fly. Wait till he stops under you. Fly. See, there's no reason for me to press Y there. I don't need to at all, but sometimes I do, and it's a bad habit. We keep this Mecha Koopa. You'll always want to hold B and let go of Y whenever you take flight. The only exception to this is when you're carrying the Mecha Koopa for Cannonball Escape. Because if you let go of Y, you're going to let go of the Koopa. Hit him once. 3 bounces. Fly from brick number 5. Hold left as soon as you're off screen. We saved Pizza, we saved the day! And that's Bowser Cape Kill. In a nutshell. There are plenty of other tutorials out there. Some have visual markers. Some are much harder, and I'm not sure why they're used. But they are what they are. So if you like this video, good deal. I'll be doing a handful of these for different video games. For strats that aren't all that actually difficult, but they tend to intimidate people, and it's hard to find a good beginner strat for. So, take care, everybody. We'll see you on the next one on the Beginner's Guide to Speedrunning.